am not hungover at all. Good
Happy
concert.
Cinco de Mayo!
Yes! Hey,
I wish we had a piñata.
celebrated early. Well, it's actually Cinco de Mayo around here, and if you play your cards right, you might get a Mayorita.
No, I don't do those. I don't do those.
You do today.
I don't
You do
do
today.
those.
Welcome
For
to
the
Attack of
record,
the
I don't
Show.
do them.
TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. I'm Kevin Ferrer.
And I'm Candace Bailey.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. We're coming to you live from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles.
We will be chugging some mayonnaise.
Kevin, what's that?
That's Mjolnir. That's the legendary hammer of Thor, who's the god of thunder. He has a movie coming out, Slurpee cups and all that
I
stuff.
got it, but what is it doing in our studio?
It's been there for like days, like at least a solid week.
Really?
Yeah, right in front of the Twitter wall, same place.
Must be losing it.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay. On the show today, paging Dr. McCoy. Urban from Priest will be here live in studio to discuss the vampire life in the post-apocalypse. two shots for you guys at home already. Start off good. Then Alison Hayslip calls Chris Hemsworth a whiny bitch.
What?
When she sits down with a cast of Thor. True story.
What do you whine about? His impossible abs?
I don't know. Do you love his abs?
What? Plus, behold, the BlackBerry Playbook! It's actually just a tablet. We're going to get our fingerprints all over the highly anticipated answer to the iPad and Gadgetron. And if you like swords and sorcery,
I do.
well, let me tell you, Candace, the new Conan the Barbarian film might just be your cup of enemy's blood. Might be. We're going to have the trailer in the feed. But now, bring on the LOLs.
We're going around the net. Ready? Ready for it?
In at number 5 today, I'm shaking off last night. You know how they say you should never drive a car through a flooded intersection?
Well, that goes double if you're on a motorcycle.
I was trying to figure out exactly what he hit, and he probably hit the body of the first guy on a motorcycle that tried to drive through there.
Kevin, that's awful.
Well, they should clear it out.
Well, at least the water broke his fall.
And his motorcycle, yes, both. Likely a hip.
What? Likely a hip?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. It's proven law of silence.
Well, the dead silence was enough the first time around. You had to make me say it again. That's all right.
It's a proven law of science that slow motion cameras can make just about anything more interesting.
Yes, and today's number 4 item not only has a slow-mo high-def camera, but also a giant 6-foot water balloon. That was really cool.
You know, that's actually what the fabric of reality will look like when everything falls apart and we drift into the ether.
Do you have a live journal that you want to type that on or something?
Oh, I have it written down. I'll show you.
That's really
later.
emo. I want to get a slow-mo camera here for Attack of the Show. But,
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be great too, but the legal department says no because they don't want to see jiggly, fleshy buttocks of sumo wrestlers and booty clapping at like 1,000 frames a second. I think it'd be epic. But,
You know what? On second thought, I don't know if I want to see that either.
Fascist, whatever. I just...
What ho, Candace and Kevin?
Did you just call Candace a hoe?
He's just talking old-timey.
Oh.
How's it going, Thor?
Candace, doused is a Valkyrie of immense beauty.
Oh, thank
But alas,
you.
I am troubled. Hast thou seen Mjolnir?
Oh, yeah, your big hammer thing. Yeah, it's right over here. You want me to get it for you?
Do not jest, Kevin. I am fond of your cable television hosting abilities, but you smelleth of a hangover. And Mjolnir may not be born by someone like you. It must be born by someone worthy, like Thor.
Okay. Don't got to be a dick about it, Thor. I was just gonna get your hammer for you. If you want, I'll get it. It's not a big deal. What?
My Odin's beard! How can this be?
I actually thought it would be a little bit heavier, because you know when he's swinging around and stuff, it looks like it has some. Do you want it back, or?
I am struck dumb. For if someone so sullied may bear Mjolnir, then what does that say about me and my life decisions?
Thor,
What?
are you crying?
No! Pay no attention to what you see here. All is fine, just fine.
Thor, is your...
He didn't need his stupid hammer anyway.
Oh, easy, Dad. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and just put this here.
Don't bother.
Okay, all right.
You can keep it,
Okay,
Pereira.
I can keep
No,
it.
Kevin, can stop talking to the god.
Okay, Thor, everybody, let's just move it on. Today's number 3 item answers the timeless question: why do people climb mountains?
Why?
To return with disastrous footage for the internet?
Yes, enjoy as everything goes wrong for 2 snowmobilers captured by a
gone
helmet
wrong,
cam.
all right.
Okay, Thor. No.
Poor guy.
At some point, you press start and you restart the level. Like, you just... That's not going to be a high score
It's not a video
run.
game, Kevin.
Sure, okay.
Well, hopefully their survival instincts kicked in.
Honestly, surviving in the wilderness is way easier than most people think. It's simple. First, you got to spoon together, and then when you're nice and toasty warm, you turn to cannibalism before the other guy does, and boom, you're a survivor. It's never not worked for me, so you can judge all you want, little spoon.
And at number 2 today, you know who's really good at parkour?
Probably not the guy with the nickname of Dumpster Face.
You good? Yeah. What the f?
Yeah. Say what you will, at least he landed in a very convenient place for his friends. Now they don't have to go out of their way to dispose of the body. That's...
Dumpster Face is considerate like that.
He is a sweet guy.
He is.
He's a very sweet guy. Great, Emo Thor is back, everybody.
Father, I carest not to thy designs of my life. A human has held Mjolnir. Yes, the one called Pereira, the effeminate.
Is Thor Irish?
Did you hear what he called you?
Yeah, I heard it. I'm sorry, we're trying to do a show here, buddy, so if you could wrap up whatever you got.
Why didst thou not tell me my entire life was a sham, Father? Maybe I just need to take some time off. Get away, clear thou'st mind. Backpack around Europe. See some history.
Sounds like fun.
Maybe meet some loose German girls.
Actually, Thor, pro tip, Germans are nice, but if you really want to get down, you got to hit up Belgium. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hold on, Father. Silence! Thou'st done enough damage, usurper! Also, I don't like fat chicks.
I was just trying to help. That's kind of rude.
Father, thou'st dearest father, might thou be able to loan me some money?
Okay. Candace, let's go. Just get the show. Just go.
Father?
Okay.
He'll use up his any 10 minutes. We'll be
Still
done. Let's go.
ahead. The devil sucks up some souls.
Yes,
Down Los Angeles reception!
it's Exorcism Advertainment in our number one
Thou'st
ATN.
need more bars! Father! Father!
Today's ATN featured a pair of thrill seekers and their snowmobile ordeal. Tell us, what's the name of this mountain? Tweet us your responses at AOTS #OMGROFLOL. If we go head over heels for your response, we'll feature it on tomorrow's show.
You know, sometimes the best commercials. Sometimes the best commercials are the ones that never make it to TV, like today's number one item.
This German spec commercial for Dirt Devil Vacuums takes the cleaner's name literally and uses the landmark horror film The Exorcist as a framework.
Cleaning your house has never been so terrifying.
Man, those are some floor.
Yeah, those are. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I'm thinking if I had something
is
that
that?
had, well, if I had something that had that much suction power, I probably wouldn't show.
I don't want to hear. Don't. Just stop. Just stop.
Well, I'm just saying,
No,
like,
stop. We don't. No.
I'd give that priest something to pray about. Is what I'm saying. Oh, Father Dyson.
And you'd have an accent?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Why not?
To get your daily viral fix.
Confound this lap-mounted printed press!
What do you do?
Mr. Thor, are you going to be here for the whole show or what?
Nay, Candace, for I have found my new life's purpose.
Oh, wow. Are you teaming up with the Avengers?
The Avengers, ha, tui! No! I'm applying to grad school online.
Wait, really? That's what you're doing?
The true heroes of this modern age are those who spread not the violence, but the information. Oh. So I shall attend Columbia University's Graduate School of Journalism and become what you call a reporter.
Should we tell him that journalism is dead?
Oh, he's already pretty pissed at me, so I'm not gonna say anything. That's cool.
Confound it! How do you humans fill out these FAFSA applications? Thor needs a fixed interest federal loan immediately!
Okay, we'll help you during the break, okay?
Yeah, you work on that.
Please.
So there's a whole movie based on this Thor guy. I don't know if you guys know that, but
I
it's
guess.
true. Yeah.
Allison
FAFSA!
Hayslip knows a lot more about it than I do.
Would you help him with the forms?
Kicking off summer movie season with a hammer, Marvel Studio unleashes the Norse warrior, Thor. Betrayed by his brother, the mighty Thor is banished to Earth stripped of his powers and must battle the ultimate villain, the Destroyer.
I have no plans to die today.
Thor is kind of a whiny little bitch at the beginning of the movie.
Well, thank you. He is, he's born into this great success and privilege and doesn't know much else, and kind of abuses his power. Stamps it like a little bitchy, as we say.
Do you relate to that?
Am I a whining bitch? Not really.
You are no match for the mighty!
Do you think comics are the modern day mythology?
If you look at the Norse myths, when I came across this and got my little copy of the Penguin Book of the Norse myths, they're so condensed. It's like little refined flavors, a tasting menu of stories. Well, comics have that same economy, but they pack a lot of flavor. So I think myths do the same thing.
You dare threaten me, Thor, with so puny a weapon?
Do you like carrying a taser? Is that now your new thing?
I don't, and you know why?
Why?
Because I tased myself.
No way. On
Yeah.
set or?
Yes, on set. I was filming an insert of when Darcy tases Thor, and I was leaning on a C-stand, which is a big metal stand, and I shot it at the camera, and it bounced back, and it hit the metal, and the current traveled through the metal, and
I grazed him, but she tasered him.
yes, I did.
We have to touch a little bit on the observatory, which isn't from the comics.
Yeah. Well spotted, and it isn't from the comics. And the comics play a little fast and loose. It changes with Heimdall being on a bridge. There's a sort of sense of an entryway into Asgard, but then the idea is that this bridge just physically, literally never stops and ends up on Earth. But we started looking at images from the Hubble Space Telescope, and we started to think, well, there needs to be a portal. And the observatory came out of that. Months and months and months of slowly refining and then believing we think that works.
Do you swear to guard the lives of the innocent and preserve the peace?
I swear.
We gotta talk about the costume because I heard it was pretty hot fighting in it. How did they keep it cool?
I had a cooling vest, actually, much like the Formula One race car drivers. It was a little vest you put on, and it has a tube that runs through that you plug into a machine that pumps cold water in. But it's kind of odd because you go from burning hot to all of a sudden sort of freezing.
What is the name of the hammer?
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir. But you call it
Mjolnir. Mjolnir? Hey, it's Mjolnir.
Raise a hammer or a Mjolnir, Mew, and kneel before Thor, the god of thunder.
I like the meow meow.
Can we help you?
First off, to that raven-haired vixen, it is called Mjolnir.
Oh, okay.
Now,
She told her.
would thou mind answering a few questions?
Sure, yeah. That's...
Yes?
Yeah.
I'm practicing journalism.
Oh, I see.
Okay,
I see that
cool.
from your fancy hat.
Yes, very well, press pass included.
Yeah.
Very well. Canst thou tell me who, what, where, when, and why of Carl Urban?
What does that mean?
Well, I think it's an interview. I already have that covered. I'm actually interviewing Carl Urban a little bit later in the show, Thor. But thank you. I'll get. No, it's okay. I mean,
You know what? But if you really want to practice reporting, you can maybe read the news in the feed.
The entirety of the feed?
one story. Why don't we start with one story?
Very well, I shall fetch my reporting stick.
You mean your microphone?
Yes, forgive me. My microphone.
Still ahead. I guess Thor will have the day's news in the feed.
Yeah. And then we find out if the BlackBerry Playbook tablet could be an iPad killer because it sure is shiny.
You know what also is shiny?
What?
Carl Urban from Greece. He'll be here in the studio. Oh, my
He's gonna watch your whole back. Keep your back straight. You're not gonna stay there. There you go. Yeah, I guess that's fine.
Now, as promised, ladies and gentlemen, please put it together for Thor reading the news.
Come on, Thor.
Let gods and mortals alike tremble, for it's time for the feed!
All the news you need to know.
The feed. It be Thursday, Cinco de Mayo, which is Aztecan for May 5th. And here are thine top stories. Mighty web warriors, Facebook and Google may soon battle for Skype. By the sworn word of Reuters, Facebook will mayhaps conquer the video conferencing service so that it might supplement Facebook's own unworthy chat offering. But Google is not easily bested and seeks a joint venture with Skype to assure its loyalty. To buy Skype, one must spend between $3 to $6 billion. Even Mark Zuckerberg, rich among immortals, may hesitate at that. Now, I must exit to look for student housing and a good roommate. But before I do, I must mention that Chris Jericho, talented, handsome, sexy Renaissance man, and Hemingway-esque author, has a hot book out called Undisputed.
That's awesome.
Available at all bookstores near you.
Fantastic, yeah.
Also, Chris Jericho, the sexy, handsome one, will be hosting the Golden God Awards May 28th on VH1 Classic. And he must be followed on the Twitter under the name I Am Jericho.
He does. I would love to meet him sometime. I think that'd be really cool, yeah.
One day, Pereira the Effeminate, one day you shall be so lucky. For Jericho is a true god amongst men. Cue special effects!
We need to finish the feed, so Sarah, come on in here.
Wait, can I use this? This is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yes, you
okay,
may.
cool. All right, here we go. The real reporter is in the house. I'm Sarah Underwood, and here are the rest of your top stories. Parents and politicians like to blame shooters and other violent games for bad behavior, but it turns out they should be watching out for sports games. A new study conducted in the UK concluded that hardcore sports gamers are more prone to violent behavior and agitation than people who play games like Call of Duty. Researchers observe a much higher level of negative brain activity when players missed a shot or were called for a foul in FIFA than when they were killed in GTA or similar games. Of course, this study was done in a country where people get into city-destroying riots over low-scoring soccer matches, so take that with an eensy-weensy grain of salt. Just a little one. And finally, the trailer for the remake of Conan the Barbarian is here! Prepare to crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women. Conan hits theaters August 19th. I'm Sarah Underwood, and you've just been fed. Now back to Kevin and Candace.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah Underwood.
A dose of Gadget Prawn is essential for preventing buyer's remorse. If you're not going to pick a tablet from the apple tree, then why not grab a BlackBerry Playbook off the vine? Weighing just under a pound, this little tablet utilizes a 7-inch multi-touch screen and dual-core processor so you can run multiple apps and browse the flash-enabled web with no hiccups. Plus, both the front and rear cameras record 1080p video and you'll get 16 gigs of storage, all for $500. Here it is, the BlackBerry Playbook. Not this. It's obviously a lot smaller than the iPad 2 and most other tablets we've reviewed.
It is. I mean, you can see it in
like
comparison.
half the size.
Yeah, it's teensy. Now, the power button on the top is actually kind of hard to press, but I think that's by design because once you actually lock the device, you'll see when you turn it on, there's no swipe to unlock or anything like that.
Yeah.
Not that you're gonna be.
I like that though.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you're going to be keeping it in your pocket and you're going to accidentally hit
Yeah.
it, but it could get hit, so that's why they had to make it a little bit harder.
BlackBerry has a completely new touchscreen interface on the Playbook, so is it just as good as Android or the almighty iPad?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah? Oh, cool.
The screen itself is super responsive. The usual pinching and zooming, it works just like a charm, assuming a charm works well. You can move the icons around in the menus. There's not a whole lot of customization, but you can change your wallpaper, so that's kind of
Ooh, that's spiffy.
standard. Yeah.
Okay. How fast can it launch apps and switch between them?
Really fast, and this is where the Playbook truly shines. It's incredibly similar to Palm's WebOS, which only 3 of you understand what that means because you made the mistake and bought that phone. Applications launch in little windows, and you can switch between them right there. You can see those are all running applications all at the same time. We liked WebOS, actually. We really like this as well. And in order to get back to the home screen or switch between apps, you have to actually swipe from the edges of the screen. And at first, it seems a little odd, but it turns out to be a really elegant solution. They don't need to add dedicated hardware buttons. So here I can tap right on into an app, and then again, I can swipe from the bottom, scroll through and say, oh, that's the one that I want there. You can swipe from the top and get menu options for that, or even switch between apps by swiping from the outside. And you can go between fully open apps.
Seems very easy.
It is really easy, and it even works like if you rotate and go into another display mode, it orients the menus as well. So kudos on the playbook there. That's pretty sharp.
The Playbook's web browser supports Adobe Flash and HTML5, so will you be able to browse every site on the internet?
Every site?
Really?
Probably-ish.
Oh,
yeah, when comparing it to an Android tablet, well, here's the thing. It'll load Flash-heavy sites just as fast as an Android tablet, and it actually feels smoother when navigating. Pinching, zooming, opening different tabs, it's all incredibly quick. The only problem here, it's only a 7-inch screen. So obviously with a larger screen, there's less moving around on the page, but with a larger screen, then you're talking about, you know, degraded battery life, etc. So.
Now, it also has a 3-megapixel camera on the front and a 5-megapixel on the back, and they both record video in 1080p.
Oh, it's fancy, huh?
It's awesome.
Here's the thing. On paper, those specs sounds great. They're only okay, though.
Yeah.
The front camera, here's the thing. It's actually much better quality than most tablets, but it does look grainy even in normal light. Okay. Creeper. The back camera, wow. Let's just loop that. That made me happy. The back camera doesn't have a flash, so it also suffers from the same graininess.
Yeah, it's dark.
But overall, not as good as you want them to be, but they're serviceable.
Okay. Have they added more apps to the BlackBerry App World?
They have. That doesn't mean they're any good, but they have added some. There's 3,000 apps available, but none of the big ones that you want. So no Angry Birds, no Words with Friends, no Shazam, no Instapaper. Basically, think of anything fun to run on any other tablet and imagine it's not there for you.
But they have Sudoku.
And they do have Sudoku. And
that's fun.
You can play them off the web, but you could also buy a book for 2 cents and play it that way. RIM is planning on opening up some Android apps for download, which is nice. That's not going to happen until the summer. And even then, we don't know what apps they're actually going to port over. They'll basically be emulating Android on the Playbook, which is a smart approach, but it's not here yet, so we can't really review it.
Okay, so this is kind of a big deal. There's no email app on the Playbook unless you have a BlackBerry phone, right?
Why would that be a big deal? No email? Come on.
Because it's a big deal, Kevin.
It's an antiquated form. Postcards. That's where the hotness is at.
I love postcards.
Of course you do. Here's the thing about the email. RIM will be releasing a native email app in the coming months through a software update. Right now, you can use web-based solutions. Those work just fine. They're actually links to like Gmail and Yahoo, but they just open up the web browser. So kind of a bummer.
You have to go in every time.
Yeah, and it's not nearly as fast or snappy as a native program, so they need to get on board with that. They say it's coming soon, but again, it's not here now.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So it's $500 for the 16-gig version. What's the verdict?
3 out of 5. Even though we think it's one of the slickest tablets we've used, the lacking of email and apps, it just hurts it. Once RIM fixes those problems, this is easily a 4 out of 5. So,
nice.
Yeah, Playbook's fun. Check it out.
Well, that's it for today's Gadgetpron. But if you have a gadget you'd like to see us rate, email us at gadgetpron@g4tv.com.
Yes, but right now you stay tuned because Karl Urban from Priest will be here live. And he's a bad guy in the movie, but he's actually kind of nice in real life. So it's going to be interesting.
The feed is brought to you by KFC's $5 everyday meals. Today tastes so good.
Fail. You're dead. Major fail. Fail. Good. Fail, 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 fail. You lose.
You know, I was just thinking, if I had $1 for every time I tied up a young woman to tell her my evil plans, oh, I could buy you a very, very fancy sandwich.
What are you?
Woo. Please, wooed by his own performance. Ladies and gentlemen, Karl Urban is back!
Hey.
Was that... I feel honored to have been treated to an alternate line read during that clip. Okay. Could you give them a taste of that? Like
I am the bringer of the tide. I am the meteorologist.
I know. I suggested it to Scott, but he was a little like, I don't know.
Let's
go with what's on the page.
No, let me just explore the character. I am the dental hygienist. No, I think that was far more intimidating the first time around. Welcome back again, good sir. This is a 4th time, I believe.
It's like 4th.
Old hat for you.
It is.
I love this place, and I love your new set.
Thank you so much.
It's cool.
We got to get you a punch card so you can get like a sub sandwich for a penny if you hit 5 or 6 trips. Or free car wash. Or
Deal.
something.
I'll hold you that free car wash. Now you're talking.
Done.
And Porsche 911.
You do?
Oh, no, that's what you're going to include.
Oh,
right? Yeah.
I'm lucky to get a segue around these spots.
Yeah,
but
right,
if we can hook it up, it's all yours. Correct me if I'm wrong. Priest, though, might be the first like post-apocalyptic sci-fi vampire western.
Yes.
Musical.
It is a first. It literally is.
And,
yeah.
and the priests and the vampires, they breakdance fight for control of the Y, right?
Yes.
What the hell is going on in Priest, Carl?
Well, as we said, it's a post-apocalyptic vampire western, and it's essentially kind of Blade Runner meets The Searchers meets The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And it's gnarly. It's got a lot of action in it, and really fun characters.
And your character, you were a priest, which are these sort of vampire hunters, and then you get turned.
Yes.
And then all hell breaks loose.
All hell breaks loose when that happens. Yeah, that was one of the appealing things about the character to me. You know, was that the fact that he was a priest, and he was his job to protect humanity against these vampires, and then all of a sudden, in the course of doing his job, one battle, he gets taken, he gets transformed, and suddenly he's on the flip side of that coin. And to me, that was a really interesting character starting point.
Did you also thumb through the script and go, oh, this looks like a scene where I can hurt my coworkers? Because when you were here last, we talked about Red, and you were taking it to Bruce quite a bit, and dinging him up.
Yeah.
And I heard that this movie is no exception, that you decided to just beat up people left and right for no...
Yeah, I'm not really doing myself any favors on the coordinated actor front. And, on this one, we had the scene where Paul Bettany is hanging off the side of a train, and I do the good bad guy thing by coming up to him, and I'm supposed to stomp on his hand.
Right.
So we rehearse it, it's fine, we go to shoot it, and I go and I give it a good stomp on his hand, and he screams out in pain, he's like, ah! And I'm thinking, my God, he is such a brilliant actor. This guy is so amazing.
Look at him sell the paint. Oh, and the way he bent his fingers back. How did he do that?
And all of a sudden, he lets go of the train. He's like, ah! And he's going like this. And I'm thinking, oh no, my God. Well, the ball of my foot had missed his hand as choreographed, but the heel of the boot.
Oh no.
Crusher-Rooney. And so he was running around set and just screaming and howling in pain.
Wow, he's so committed to his role. They yelled cut 5 minutes ago, and he's still cursing
I know.
and shaking his hand.
Oscar-winning performance.
Did he get you back? Was there any payback for that?
No, but I got him back again.
Well, that's not getting back. That's just bullying at that point. Now you're just beating him up. What'd you do again?
Well, again, it's kind of not really my fault, but we were practicing. No, I'm serious.
Okay,
we were practicing this other part of the fight, and we were practicing it on gravel, and I go to take a big, swing at his face, and the gravel sort of slipped and went and caught him on the cheek, and that was another sort of hour reset while we wait for the swelling to go down. So...
Well, the Blu-ray extras are just ice packs to his face while he's just cursing your name.
Yeah, so I'm real popular around his house.
I bet.
Well, the fact, it's okay. The fact that the guy that finished this movie and has since conceived a child means that I obviously didn't do my job.
You didn't do enough damage. No, you'll get him. You'll get him in Priest 2.
There you go.
Electric Boogaloo. You have so many projects coming on, and running out of time, and I want to chat about them all. But another Red,
because we're running out of time.
Well, exactly. Yeah. But got another Red coming out.
Another Red. That'll be next year.
That Trek one.
Yes, Star Trek 2. We're going to start shooting on.
But now the one that really gets me, Judge Dredd. You finished, you wrapped, you're good?
We're wrapped, we're finished, we're good. It's going to be a high octane event, I'll tell you that.
Is it going to be bad? Is it adult and graphic and hardcore?
Adult? It's not that kind of film.
Oh, well, no.
It's hardcore, but it's not that.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, the judge doesn't need to pound his gavel. I got it. I'm a huge fan. I'm scared that you're going to strike me, as you did anybody else. So I will just delicately shake your hand. Thank you, Carl. Once again for the program. Carl Urban, everybody. Priest comes out on May 13th. Check it out. But now, it's actually time for Military Tech.
When it comes to national defense and security, troops are using the newest military tech as backup in the land, sea, and air. This This week, it was revealed that U.S. Special Forces took down the Taliban leader, Osama bin Laden. The Black Ops soldiers used are members of an elite Tier 1 group of Navy SEALs known as Team 6. The Naval Special Warfare Development Group selects only the best of the best Navy SEALs for further intense training to become a Team 6 member, where it's reported that nearly half of those candidates drop out. These Team 6 members exist outside of our military jurisdiction and international law, and are assigned to highly classified missions. With the approval from President Obama and headed by the Joint Special Operations Command and the CIA, 30 to 40 Team 6 SEALs raided bin Laden's compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan. Details are on a need-to-know basis, but it's believed that a combination of forensics, biometrics, and top-secret tech was used to confirm the terrorist location. Even though the government won't confirm that there is a Team 6 or reveal the technology used for this operation, we know they're ready to go when the government needs them. But it's not just the ground forces that need backup. The U.S. Navy wants to take down enemy craft with freaking lasers! The Navy's solid-state high-energy laser system is a joint project between the U.S. Navy and Northrop Grumman. Capable of generating a 100-kilowatt laser and providing a protective perimeter of 1,000 meters, this weapon was placed on board the USS Paul F. Foster, a decommissioned destroyer, and was integrated with the Navy's radar and navigation systems for increased accuracy. In this recent demonstration, a remote-controlled boat was targeted and disabled when the laser set the engines aflame within seconds, proving that this weapon system is quite operational. And ready for full development, the Navy plans to equip 8 classes of ships with this laser system within the next couple years and give the fleet a new line of defense against small ships, aircraft, and scurvy pirates. Pew pew! And finally, up in the skies, Lockheed Martin and Cayman Aerospace are giving troops air support with an autonomous payload helicopter. The K-MAX is an unmanned multi-mission aerial vehicle capable of transporting massive payloads of up to 6,000 pounds. It's equipped with twin rotors for increased lift and uses a special 4-hook carousel for picking up and dropping cargo, while traveling at speeds of 115 miles per hour with a 100-mile range. At a recent test demonstration, the K-MAX made 16 deliveries and set a milestone achievement by lifting 4,400 pounds at an altitude of 10,000 feet. Lockheed Martin hopes that within the next 10 years, autonomous aircraft such as the K-MAX will be able to resupply troops in the battlefield without placing pilots in danger. So no matter if we're on land, sea, or air, troops are saving lives with the latest military tech.
Ooh, Navy SEALs!
Yeah, still ahead, more Attack of the Show.
But first, hold the phone. We have the winning viewer-submitted video for the Extra Normal Film Festival presented by Bing.
There were over 2,400 entries, but the best short film came from Thomas Bonnet of St. Paul, Minnesota. So congrats to you! Woo! Yeah!
Look. Up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane.
You're not up in the sky. You've been standing there for 10 minutes.
I'm far too burdened by the weight of bad decisions to get airborne.
You look familiar.
I'm Decision Man. 4 decades of poor judgment at your service, madame.
All right, I'm game. I recently obtained my master's degree and need to make a decision about my career.
Whoa, can't help you there. Decision Man has only had jobs, never a career. I frittered away 5 years and $18,000 on a degree I never obtained. Asking Decision Man for career advice is like asking a congressman for financial guidance. Next question.
Fine. How about romance? I'm trying to decide if I should marry my boyfriend.
Decision Man was married twice. Once for 11 years, once for 5.5. My advice is to shoot for 2 3/4 years. You won't quite hate each other at that point, and you may even still have sex once in a while.
What about religion, Decision Man? My boyfriend is Catholic and I'm Protestant. Which is the right one?
Decision Man was raised evangelical Christian and is now a nihilist.
Did you make the right decision?
I spend most nights curled up in a fetal ball, shivering at the sheer meaninglessness of existence. But it's nice having Sunday mornings free again.
Okay, that's enough. I'd like to say it was a pleasure speaking with you, Decision Man.
The pleasure was all mine.
No, I'd like to say it was a pleasure, but I can't. Speaking with you was the worst decision I ever made.
Decision Man's job is done. Up and away.
Number 80. Become fluent in Japanese.
待ってる時間どうしてこの時間取りますか
This has been Things to Do While Waiting for Gran Turismo.
Coming up tomorrow on an all-new Attack of the Show. We've got a never-before-seen extended interview with Thor's hot co-star, Jamie Alexander. Then comedy duo Garfunkel and Oates return to our studio with an all-new musical performance. And it's an all-new weekend edition of DV Tuesday with Chris Gore. He'll dig into the best of the Criterion Collection, including Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and the creepy sex horror Videodrome. See it tomorrow.
I am the god of journalism!
Be sure to tune in tomorrow. We're giving away more Gears of War 3 beta codes.
Thanks to Carl Urban, Sarah Underwood, Alpha Hayslip, Thor, and of course Chris Jericho, just for being Chris Jericho.
Plus, we all do. Special thanks to the Bronze Armory for the awesome Thor hammer. Good night, everybody.